Good morning, everyone, and welcome back to the Hood Table one more again. It's your girl back with another cake decorating video. And the cake that I'll be decorating today is for a 50th birthday party. I do have to deliver this cake because it is a two-tier cake. So when it comes to tier cakes, I should say, or really extravagant or fancy cakes, I tend to always want to deliver those, okay? I just want to ensure that the cake gets to where it's supposed to be, its destination, or its venue as safely as possible. Okay. The same way you leave out of here is the same way you're going to deliver to where it's going to be. Okay. Can we say delivered in our Andrew Caldwell voice? But anyway, this two-tier cake is a white cake as far as the flavor. And they also wanted strawberries in between and vanilla buttercream frosting. As far as the colors, I think we're going with rose gold, blush, and like a pale pink, something like that. So we gonna make it do what it do, baby. All right, so let's get started. I'm gonna go on mute so you ain't gotta hear all the background noises and stuff from me scraping and all that kind of stuff with the cake. But please make sure you like and share the video on your way in if you haven't already. Thank you, please, and very much. All right, you guys. So we got the strawberries in for the first tier, and this, of course, what I built around the cake or the layer of cake around the strawberries is basically a dam. So just in case the strawberries, they shouldn't start leaking. They're fresh. I dried them. I washed and dried them, and I'm building this wall around to just keep the moisture of the strawberries in to guarantee that they don't leak out. And then I just put the strawberries in the middle of the dams. So now we're going to continue with putting the top layer of the first tier on the cake. This is a two-tier cake again. The first layer is 10 inches round. The second layer is, well, not the first layer. The first tier is 2 layers of 10-inch round cakes, and the second tier is 2 8-inch round cakes. So let's get the second layer of this first tier on this cake. All right, you guys. The first tier has this crumb coat on it. And if you've never seen my cake decorating videos, or any cake decorating videos for that matter, or do not know what a crumb coat is basically where you put a lot of frosting on the cake and then you scrape it all the way down almost clean to a naked cake. I don't know if you guys have ever seen a naked cake or are familiar with that terminology, but it's like a thing lately over the last few years, naked cakes. Um, People like barely enough frosting on their cake, so they don't like a lot of frosting. They put more in the middle and less on the outside. And also, the crumb coat is mainly, its purpose is to seal in all the crumbs, okay? And especially if you're putting on a bright color, or a like a pastel or a hot color, like hot pink, really red, black, things that, any color really, especially if it's a really bold color. You want to do the crumb coat first in white, just like an artist, just like on walls. You put like a primer and then you paint over that. So we got our white crumb coat, and we're going to put this in the freezer so it can set. And while this cake is sitting in the freezer for about an hour or so, I'm going to go ahead and get started on the second tier, which again is 2 layers of 8-inch round cakes. And again, if you haven't already, please like and share the video on your way in. Feel free to send your girl a cash app, $ the hood table 402. It's scrolling across the bottom of the screen. And also feel free to subscribe if you happen to be new here. Please and thank you very much. All right, you guys, that is the second tier of the cake. 2 8-ounce cakes layered together to make the second tier. We're about to throw this in the freezer with that other cake. And it didn't take me long to crumb coat this cake because, of course, it's smaller. But nevertheless, it is crumb coated, so it's good to go in the freezer. And the other one, I think, has been in the freezer about 10 minutes. So I'm going to put this one in there. Each is going to be in there about a little over an hour or so. And then I will, while that's chilling in the freezer, I'll go ahead and start making my frosting that's going to go on top of this crumb coat. Okay, you guys, we got the second layer of the white on, the white buttercream frosting. Now I have my colors that I'm going to apply to the cake. And we got rose gold. We got blush. And we got like a pale pink. So those are the colors that we're going to be using. And again, I have to put the rod down in the middle of the cake so the second tier can sit right on top of the cake and be stabilized, of course. All right, you guys. So now I'm about to put the toppers on the cake. And this is I don't know if you can see it because the cake is in the way, but it's a 50th and fabulous topper that I'm about to put on this cake. And then I also have like some cake balls, some gold, some rose gold, and like some blush pink and some white, which the customer selected themselves. All the toppers they selected themselves. So that's what I'm about to put on the cake right now.